YouTube. Did you get it this time? That's the last time I try anyway, so if you didn't, then you didn't. YouTube just be like that sometimes. Cause I'll be up the wall with this shit. Let's do a little tweet again. Nope, just on my main screen. Whatever. We give it a go. We good. Let's go to YouTube always find a way to hate. The sneaky shit, sneaky hater, the worst type. I can't even speak today, man. Oh, that's my brain right now. That ADHD be kicking in heavy. All right, where's my copy paste? Yep. And now the wind picks up, starts. That shit seems personal, yeah, probably. They don't be like I'm a content as of late. They like that fucking Capricorn rating though, and I was going there hard on that bitch. So maybe I should just go a little bit harder. Hopefully Tuloka comes back. That's because they know I'm a menace. Yeah, so Tuluka. I was waiting for you to come back. Let's check general. See what's up. Where do you want to start? Tuluka. I keep calling you different names. Tuluka. Where do you want to start? Love, money. Okay, Jessica, where would you like to begin? Money. Yeah, I know you want it now. Alright, let's check out money. I pick up on this scavenger. Alright, then love. Okay. Pick up on the scavenger energy, and the reason why you scavenging or protecting your finances is, you know, I pick up on the luxury aspect of your personality. Okay, you might you know, I pick up on a lot of Tauran vibes from you, Taurus vibes, that or you just have like a Tauran's love for the dramatic dress, okay, because we got like theater energy coming on. I definitely pick up on like what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, trying to separate your finances from somebody else, or trying to really put a fine line down on what you can spend and what you can't spend. Okay, I think that you're trying to splurge a little bit. Now the Tower, the reverse, and okay. Now, I mean, there's a couple of different complications that I'm seeing with your finances. Now, whether you're paying attention to some of this depression that you've been having as of late or not, it's hitting you. Okay, it's dragging you down. I think it makes you want to throw up type shit. I think that you're late. It's not even like latent depression. It's just a really weird version of it. That's what I'm picking up on. It's not the type where you necessarily sit in bed all day. It's like you can still get up in the morning. You can still work and do this and do that. But you're like droning. You know what droning is? It's like a robot. Okay, it's just like trying to keep quiet, trying not to start any problems, just nodding your head yes all day. Yep. Oh yeah. Because you're no longer interested. You gotta stop playing this sick love affair between you and this current workplace or this current job or this current financial situation you're in. Let's stop playing. For real, stop playing. Like I don't think you have. I'm not saying what it takes. I think you have what it takes. It's just, do you want to do this? Because I don't think you do. Like, there's no incentive here. It's some type of sick love affair. They said sick love affair with this workplace situation or with this financial situation. It's like you want to do something, then you don't want to do it. Okay? It's like constant back and forth. It's very indecisive energy. How long will that last? That division when it comes to your finances. Because there's no escaping this until you just leave or say no or back away from whatever this false offer is. I think sometimes you hate your choices, and that's why you're so scared to make one right now. That's why you're so scared you're scared to make a reckless mistake, I think a lot of the time you just dislike your decisions or what they end up being, and so you're not really paying attention to the type of power that you have in whatever position you got. There is a plus to living like you are right now. You're just not seeing. And I think the plus more or less has something to do with the freedom. Like you're not taking advantage of the freedom. Yeah, definitely have a lot of anxiety as well, I can see. It's hard to wrap up whatever this is because you try to act unbothered. You try to act like you're not pressed, like you're not angry, like you're not hurting. But truthfully, you are. You like to try to be strong and proud and all that shit. But who you trying to be strong and proud for, right? Who the fuck are you trying to show a fake face? Because at work, okay, get it. But like at home and when you're dealing with, something romantically, like all of this workplace frustration, all this financial frustration is carrying over into every other aspect when it comes to your life. Vice versa, I feel like the love also kind of takes over your life in a way. You're pretty fragile when it comes to, how people can hurt your feelings, how certain scenarios can just completely bring you down, like ragtag you, pin you down, make you feel like you are little to nothing. I think a lot of men get this idea in their head that you are a object, you are an item to be owned, that you are, something that they can manipulate and puppeteer until they don't feel like puppeteering you no more. They just let it go type shit. And do you allow them to do that? Sometimes you do. you're not crazy for doing that. It's just like, you know, when you're this sensitive, it's very hard for you to detect or sense when someone is a liar. When someone is just completely void of emotion. I just think that you get so disgusted sometimes with yourself. You just don't know where the fuck to go. You're like, okay, so if I hate myself, then you know, and then you try to love on someone else, and you're like, well, I hate them too, or I hate these types of people too. Like, there's never an in between. Like, going back and forth all the motherfucking time. You know, this shit, your potential makes you emotional, right? Your potential makes you emotional, like thinking of a future where you can be satisfied with what you want or what you have, and thinking of a future where you can actually pay your debts, pay your fees off, get over this hump. Like, you're emotional about it. You cry over this shit. You try to manifest it, but somehow you end up just missing the mark, like just right there. You're just there. You know, you're knocking at the motherfucking door and you run away. You get distracted. There's no, like, the only side effect that you're getting from holding back and hiding yourself and hunkering down is that there is no opportunities directly in front of you. You struggle so much sometimes with social situations. You struggle with not losing your shit, right? That's what you worry about, is losing your shit. You struggle with your emotions, okay? And that's okay to admit. But, you know, you won't go towards those softer workplaces either, or you won't do the work to, like, kind of dig for it, right? Those work deals that you know you shouldn't be getting into, you shouldn't be doing, don't do them, you know, because it causes a lot of stress on you and those around you. Very frustrating. It drains you, and then you end up draining other people, and then wonder why those people that, you know, you appreciate and you love so much don't tag along with you for the ride when it comes to making large changes within their financial life, within their life in general. They don't feel like they should take advice or look up to someone like you, because you have so much bullshit going on emotionally and internally that it triggers a totally different person. Like, you become a totally different human being. Like, this is draining to people, you know. I can see that you love people. I can see that your love is extreme. I'm somebody who actually really does understand where you're coming from with this emotional shit. Your temper is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Because, you know, I have what's something called VPD, right? And no, I'm not trying to compare myself to your situation, but I know what it feels like to go legitimately insane sometimes. I know what it feels like to have no anchor, no one to, you know, latch that shit down and tell you, hey, bitch, like, hey, look over here. Like, we're here on planet Earth, you know. We're not on planet fucking Zebulon, you know. We're right fucking here. So I think you need a wake-up call desperately. And I think the only wake-up call that you're going to really find right now is if you pull back from these risk-taking financial situations and find you something that is just easy. Okay? It's easy. It's simple. It makes you feel very light. You need to do the work on the inners. Like, you need to work on your emotions. You need to work on your tone towards yourself. When you start thinking all this negative shit, start looking. You can't even look at yourself in the mirror. That's how bad it gets sometimes. So, by all means, I need you to be at your best, and the only way you're going to do that is if you drop the stressors, drop this current situation that you're dealing with right now, and go into something that is much more simple. Even if it means you get, like, you know, the pay slips a little bit, you know what I mean? You just can't take this. You cannot handle this. This is not emotionally supportive for you. This will drive you insane. You will end up in a fucking clinic somewhere type shit. you know. And like I said, this is not me judging you or looking down on you, because there's just times where I felt very much the same. Okay, very much the same. Don't lose hope on, on the come up when it comes to your finances, right? Don't lose hope, because what I can see right here, although you're hesitant to start something on your own, I see you doing that. Okay, you're hesitant right now because you are so stressed out by your current life and your current job, your current financial situation, that you just, investing into anything new would be a sacrifice, and you might sacrifice that shit and never ever get it back. Whether that's the money or the courage to fight for your own work, your own job. Okay. As a woman, you have a little bit different with your emotionality, because everyone's already kind of looking at you sideways because you're a woman, right? And so that kind of sets you back even more, right? Because you looked at like, you're going to be a PMSing emotional bitch. They don't understand that this is a mental thing. They don't understand how you feel day to day dragging along. They don't look at it like, oh, this person is suffering emotionally and mentally. They look at it as, oh, this bitch is just having another, day of PMS. This bitch is just, she's fucking crazy. She's over the fucking moon type shit. What levels you out, honestly, like what levels you out and brings you back down to earth is spirituality. So if that's not something you already like push and regularly practice daily, you should do this shit daily. If it's manifesting, or you do a lot of candle work for yourself, for your own money, if it's writing, music, even dancing, this is something that you need for yourself daily. Okay, invest in the shit daily, every single day. So let's look into love. If you're looking for someone to save you, it's not going to be a man, it's not going to be a woman, it's not going to be a job, and it's not going to be money. It's going to be you at the end of the day. It's not like you don't have options, because you absolutely do. You are very much, they talk about you're very silly when it comes to your confidence, right? Because you're attractive, you're beautiful, you just don't know to what extent. And you be pulling like tens across tens across tens. You be pulling people that to you on the internal side don't even make sense. But those are your insecurities talking to you, because these tens are attracted to a 10 that they seeing with their own motherfucking eyes. They see you as a 10. They see you as something that's worthy to invest in. They see you as someone who's loving, has all the emotional qualities that they want, even if those emotional qualities are not completely handled. Like you don't have a harness on the bitch yet. You're going to. That's something that you need for your future. That's something that you want. So regardless of you kind of like losing your shit in some aspects, men are still seeing these great and beautiful qualities that you do not see. That's where you limit yourself. That's where you get really, really short-sighted and start going towards men who are slobs. They're sloppy. They don't know how to dress themselves. They don't know how to be themselves. They don't know how to communicate their emotions, or communicate it at all, plain and simple, with a woman. That fear conjures up a really dark side of men. And that's why you're always plagued by the shit, plagued by the predators. Is because you're always conjuring that shit up by your self-hatred, by your self-negativity, by your, I want to say your dark side, right? Dark side. Yeah, some people make you want to wear long sleeves and a fucking sweatpants outside, for real. Like, that's what I'm saying. You know, I know that comes from a really deep, dark, and mysterious place type shit, you know. Comes from childhood. Comes from in just different interactions that you've had that have made you very uncomfortable in your own skin. Now, they be talking about you being free of past trauma when it comes to whether it was sexual violence, physical violence, verbal violence, verbal control. They're talking about you becoming free from that. And that's going to happen this year, essentially. Okay. This year seems like you have a lot of work to do on, you know, how to feel at home, or where you're going to live, or, you know, what type of person that you're going to shape yourself to be. I think that you're starting fresh, you know. You're starting with a real fresh vibe to you. Fresh emotions, fresh everything. It's raw as fuck. Like, if you were to list all of the problems wrong in your love life, there would be a lot, and there would be a lot of small things. But the biggest thing is that you attract a certain type of man who doesn't show you any respect. They're paranoid, they're scary, you know, they might be sexually attractive, but they ain't a ride or die type shit. They are the definition of, like, insanity. Okay. Because that's how you feel about yourself. You deal with clowns because you feel like you yourself are a clown, but that's not true. You gotta stop acting like you some crazy, fragile little piece. Okay? You're not crazy, you're not fragile. Okay, so when you talking to these dudes and you talking like a little flower type shit, you talking out of character. That's what I keep picking up on, is you talk out of character. You gotta stop doing that, because you gotta scare off the predator types. You gotta scare off the people who are preying on you in order to attract the people that are strong like you. You know, strong personality, someone who has the capability of communicating with you, someone who can fuck, somebody who has, you know, intelligence beyond their years type shit, the spiritual well-being type shit. You know, they care about themselves in the spiritual and in the physical. That's what you're trying to look for, right? Someone who's balanced all across the board. So you got to stay true to yourself. Start speaking truths. Okay. Less of the fucking I'm a little flower, I'm a little teapot, I'm a fragile little bitch. No, you're not. Stop talking like you small, because you're not. That's how you keep finding these toxic ass, controlling ass motherfuckers. They keep thinking that they walking in on the most, you know, impressionable girl type shit, the impressionable woman. You're not impressionable, okay? You're strong as fuck. You're strong as fuck. You have a very strong personality, and that's why all these dudes keep getting turned off by you, is because they predators. They looking for a woman who is weaker than them, but you are not weak. So don't play that game. Okay? You get you pull tons and tons of people. Like that's crazy. You pull tons and tons of potential. It's just that confidence is always, you know, it's back and forth for you. It's just back and forth. You got it. Okay, you got it. Now I can see what signs are coming towards you just real quick. Let's see what signs are coming towards you too loco. Libra and Leo. I did see Leo twice. Libra and Leo are coming towards you. Now, this could also be one person with one energy. It could be two separate people with, different placements, different charts. But it's definitely people who, I would say, mainline air sign energy. Libra being the main energy, okay? There's also water signs here as well. Okay, we see a Cancer, okay? And Cancer is also there. Cancer, Leo, Libra. Could be someone in between Leo and Cancer as well. Love the Egyptian artistry behind you. Well, there's someone in chat, Miss Malibu, who got me that tapestry. So there's that. Too local, you got it. All you gotta do is grab it by the motherfucking balls and start going. Like, the courage that you're seeking, you're just gonna find right there. You're not gonna find it anywhere else. It's right where you're at, even if you're unhappy where you're at. Even if you hate where you're at and hate where you're living. Okay? I'm going to need an acceptance from law school, so I've only received 2 rejections so far. Let's see what they say. Yeah, you will. They be talking about near water. It's a school near water or overseas even. But I'm guessing it's more near water. More water. You can't be afraid of the rejection, basically. I mean, you have the stress and the angst right now of somebody who, I'm gonna say, like a child. You know what I mean? You have that type of stress, that type of angst, and I think that unfortunately that's kind of getting you in that like depressive, stressed out, like manic zone, and it's not a nice zone. Okay, mania is gonna, the ups and the downs type shit. When you're riding that roller coaster, it's gonna take you around and around and around and around again. And not only are you gonna look wild and crazy to other people, but you're also going to feel wild and crazy yourself. So, I don't know why people ask me when every time I say, I don't say a specific date, but I could try for a season. I could try for a season. But like, that's it. People always be asking me that. I'm like, bitch, I don't fucking know. Let's see. I can see if there's a fucking season that they want me to look into. What season? Gemini season. Jay, they said Gemini or who's in between there? Gemini or Leo season? I'm pretty sure it's Gemini or Leo season. So that's what they're saying. Gemini or Leo season. It's going to be a place by the water, they said. It's somewhere by the water. Or has water on the fucking property or some bullshit. Someone buy water and all that. That's it. And it's still going to be two choices. Yes. It's still going to be two choices. I feel like you're only going to like one of them, though. Two choices. He said, oh my God, Bernie Sanders at my gym. What's Bernie doing? Bernie! What was the wish list? It's in the description. Isabella, you lying. No way. No way. If you have a link for private readings, let me know. Not yet. I've been holding off on that. I'm trying to keep my own sanity going as well, to Loca. There's a wannabe Bernie Sanders. I'll bet it next week for my birthday. That's awesome. Enjoy. I'm gonna need some photo evidence. Bernie Sanders. One hot Cheeto can take him out. It's a villain. I would like you for you to do monthly private readings for me if you're out for it. Listen, when I get my website up to Loca, like I said, when I open that bitch, because it is done. I just, like I said, for me, scheduling is a bitch. Because I'm not the type of person who likes to force the shit. I like the free roll. Diablo, yo. I love that fucking game. Love that game. I'm not sorry for crunching that shit in the mic. Please, you're too good. Too Loca. It'll be out soon, I promise. I always... Never mind. Let me back that up. I'm not going to promise, like I said. Because I'm trying to wait for that warm weather. You know what I mean? I want to do readings outside with y'all. I want to do video readings with y'all. Video call readings. We can, whatever. There's so many things that I'm trying to do. That's why I got to wait a second. Wish you would have put some candy on your wish list. Candy, you trying to get me to put butterscotch on that bitch? Yeah, just played the beta for 4. Shit. Yup. I haven't played the beta yet, but I've been fucking itching to try it. I've been seeing everyone fucking play it. I was like, I'm like, God damn, it looks so good. That Samuel right now, I'm debating on what I want to play because if I don't focus on one game, then I get lost in both of them type of shit. I'm trying to do Resident Evil. God, that game is so fucking good. So good. Both those games make me happy as fuck. Got me cheesing. Some food, embrace the Taurus. Hey, sir. God, Resident Evil though. Isabella, he said I was trying to take a pic, but he left. Hey, hey, Isabella. Here, hey, Mirrorless. Hey, Mirrorless. Sunday, you trying to go to church. You real for that. Yeah, why he working under the full suit? That's more like crack cocaine type shit. Silent Hill is well, the remake on Silent Hill is coming up too. I know that shit gonna be my baby. That's the first horror game I actually ever played with Silent Hill. I swear, the suit and the bow tie and everything. I swear, if you playing Isabella, it's fair little frame on PlayStation 2. I've definitely seen the second one. Little Nightmares is a good, really good game. Such a good game. I was saying reopen the asylums the other day. Isn't Silent Hill the asylum movie? It's a movie, but it started out as a game. It started out as a game. The game is much better than the movies. When I was a kid, I remember liking the movies, and then when I rewatched them when I was an adult, I was like, this shit make no sense. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck did they do? Trying to make sure this is okay. I've watched all of them. They really fucked that shit up. There's a couple of movies. This Silent Hill movie funny as fuck too. I actually like that one more than the Resident Evil ones. Goofy. When I was looking at the Ethiopian tarot, only realizing afterwards, I have the book somewhere laying around. I was like, what the fuck is this? I looked up the deck and they don't even have the actual deck on Amazon. I don't know why they would carry the book. I was confused. I was like, what the fuck? What? I did a little deep dive for you. Like, look it around. Like, where is the fucking actual deck? Not there, apparently. It looked fire, too. The art looked amazing. I'm like, what the fuck? Probably need to get some food soon. My stomach keeps growling. What should I eat? I kind of want French toast. Resident Evil ones, just see canon and character went fit. Yeah, you right. It's jumbled as fuck. I've played Until Dawn. It's good as fuck. Another good game. Another decent game. There's a crackhead dancing and running on a treadmill. I love Until Dawn type games. To be honest with you, a lot of time if I can't like play with someone, play a game with someone, specifically horror, then it's like no fun. I'm trying to get lit. I'm trying to have the adrenaline type shit. I'm trying to get like someone else scared as well. I like my most like, I don't know if it's scary or if it's like what it is about it, maybe just psychological. But The Evil Within 1 and 2, good stuff. Good stuff, man. But choice games, those are just so goofy. Like, catch me killing every single fucking character. Fear is fun, it is. It's addictive, unfortunately. Nine Pair Tarot, you said I would like a read. Alright, what's up? Read a description and pop through with a question. French toast would be fire. Yeah, I don't know what I'm craving though. I'm trying to think. I still had bacon. Horror films and games replace my parents. I think that no, for me that's 50% true. The other half was smoking weed and pill popping. To this day, I still love horror films, love horror games. I'm a weirdo who thinks Five Nights at Freddy's is scary, but other shit don't scare me. Five Nights at Freddy's is goofy. You know they're coming out with a movie for that, right? Five Nights at Freddy's. That, you know how bad that shit's gonna be, right? It's gonna be horrible. They gotta stop. If I get scared, I'm walking out the movie theater. They gotta strap you to the fucking chair. Five Nights at Freddy feeds into my Chuck E. Cheese traumas. Old Chucky. Old Chucky. You don't like the look of old Chucky with his wide ass eyes and his red ass face. Yeah, that nigga do look freaky. I'm saying, if I saw that shit in real life and then, like an animatronic be looking at me like, hey, then I might, I might freak out just a little bit. But to be fair, like, I think that Five Nights at Freddy's appeals to a very specific energy, childhood energy type shit. And to me, that shit ain't scary. I'm not even, like, I'm not the type of person to be afraid of clowns either. A lot of people are scared of clowns or the it clown, this and that. I'm not afraid of clowns at all. In fact, I think that shit they just look stupid. Like, I know it's just a crackhead with some makeup on. You know what I mean? I never felt intimidated by no motherfucking clown. The Leprechaun. That movie is so good. He was petrified by the Leprechaun. That movie is amazing. That movie is so good. That movie is the best. Well, but that's for real though. It's a felon with some makeup on. Like, that's what it is. And they operate all the rides and shit too, and they juggle for you. Like, what else do you think they do in prison? I'll keep my mouth shut on that. You don't like the Saw movies? That short little bastard better stay away. Yeah, he's like a 3 foot now. Leprechaun in the hood. Like, I don't know what those movies do for me. If I'm being honest with you, Saw movies make me bored. Now, I don't know if it's because it's like overly, sorry, acid reflux, acid indigestion got my heart going. But I don't know if it's like, okay, so there's a lot of murder and people cutting off this part, that part, slitting throats, grabbing keys, cutting off legs and sawing off ears and whatever. Like, I don't know if it's just the redundancy that kind of makes me bored a little bit, or what it is about them motherfuckers. But like, to me, it's just a little boring. Like, I watch them for real. I watch them, but it make me bored. He said I smashed that doll with a cinder block. I'm gonna be real with you, Flamekeeper. You said Chucky, and I read I'd smash that doll, and that's all I read at first, and I had to take a pause because I didn't understand. It plays like a stage play. Yeah, you're right. Japanese horror are different. That shit is a different breed. They always do like the realistic camera shots, like where they'll have someone running out in the motherfucking running through the fucking weeds and shit like that. You know, dodging trees. You know, someone hanging up in the motherfucker. Their shit is insane. Korean horror as well is pretty good. Korean, like the Asians got it. They nail that shit down to, you know, they got this shit boiled down to a science. They can actually scare you. And they do like actually interactive stories. Like that type of shit don't happen no more. With American horror, we don't we laugh. Like who the fuck is screaming? We be laughing. For real. Spanish or Latin horror has some good ones. I've seen some good Spanish ones as well. The puzzles are interesting and so at times with it. Yeah, like, oh yeah, you know, you pull this lever and it dumps acid all over your girlfriend's face, and you pull this other lever and it pours razor blades into her eyeballs. Like, okay, like we get it. We got it. I should like this stuff. I have Scorpio on my chart, but I don't. Well, there's a certain type of you know, crazy that you kind of gotta have to like that or enjoy that type of shit. And I think a lot of it's just being raised on the bitch, being raised up on the bitch. When I saw my first horror movie, I believe it was a psychological thriller, and I remember I was secretly watching it because I wasn't supposed to be watching the shit. Because you know, nightmares at the end of the day. Like, as a kid, you gonna have them, right? And it was a movie, I think this dude was abducting women. And he was like throwing them in the back of the fucking whatever. Like, to me, psychological horror is more terrifying because if you could really imagine it and have it happen in real life, then that is actually pretty terrifying. Or it just like sets in, makes it more real type shit. But like shit like that, where it's like, you know, the dude be throwing them in the back and taking them out into the forest and tossing them over under the river and chopping them up. I think it might have been Chainsaw Massacre, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But there was another one where it portrayed like a infamous serial killer. It might have been Jeffrey Dahmer. But I know I was quite young. I had to be like 5. Remember when I went on a date with a guy, he started getting scared watching the Scream movie. Motherfucker was holding on to me like I was his mommy. Scream movie. Scream is goofy. My children turned on HBO one day. My youngest got so scared, she took a hammer and threw it at the TV. Bro, I can't. She literally tried to fight someone. That was based on a true story shit. Yep, that shit. I was so mad because she took a hammer and threw that shit. She said, fuck no. She said, not me. You're not getting me, motherfucker. You're not coming through my TV. No, let me take that back. The first horror movie I ever watched was The Grudge. The Grudge was the first movie. Yeah, I was wrong. Hold on. Let me make sure that that's real. See, The Grudge. Yeah, 2000. Yeah, that would be right on. The first horror movie I ever watched was The Grudge. And I remember I would cover my eyes. And like when she would make that noise, I remember everybody at school was making that noise when that shit was popping through. I remember when she would make that noise, I get scared at night and shit, start looking behind my back and shit. The type shit. I'll be like, what the fuck? Please don't start doing that shit. I get all nervous. Like I was the type of scare where it was like, you know, I'll be acting ballsy, straight up. I'll be acting ballsy at first, right, when I'm with someone. But then at night, when I gotta like tiptoe out to go get a glass of water, I'd be like way too scared to go out. Or like, you know, if I gotta get up and take a piss, then I would like hold it all night until I could go in the daytime. That's the type of scared I used to be. And then once it leveled out, and like middle school, I was just obsessed with horror. I loved it. I loved, you know, watching different genres and eras of movies. I particularly would enjoy like you know, Silent Hill, of course, and you know all those good goofy ass ones. I really didn't like what was it? Fuck. Um, what was it? Fucking. What was it? Oh, Goosebumps. Okay. So hear me out, y'all. There's some good Goosebumps stories, right? There's some good Goosebumps stories. There's like 2 or 3 of them. There's 2 or 3 of them. But for me, that shit would be so corny. I fall asleep in between all of them. And my friends at the time were fucking obsessed with Goosebumps. I was like, what the fuck are we watching? What the fuck are we watching right now? Like, these kids are so dumb. Like, who would go down those stairs? That's when the logic started creeping in. Like, who the fuck would walk down those stairs? Who would go into that forest? There's like 2 or 3 of them that I really like. But all the rest of them were goofy as fuck. Like, I could make up a better story in my mind type shit. Stuff be wanting to come in. Barbarian. Yeah, I remember Barbarian. Yeah. To me, it was just a lot. So the main character is actually not that good of an actor. I would be real with you. I would be real with you. I just don't think she's that great. Supporting actors are actually, I think, better than her. Scary stories to tell in the dark. I remember that as well. I remember that as well. Damn books. Goosebumps, the gnomes came to. Those motherfuckers are creepy. Those motherfuckers is creepy. I don't like the gnomes. I don't like shit like that. Little hee hee ha ha gnomes and shit. Like the Snow White, the Seven Dwarfs. I ain't got nothing against little people. Okay, I'm just saying. Don't make me boast not. Are you afraid of the dark? Let's see. Let's see what rating that one got. An evil dog comes to life and teaches a bright lesson. This is an oldie but a goodie. An oldie but a goodie. It's goofy. Yo, Stubby is making me, just driving me fucking crazy. Yo, I have to get up and let her in because she gonna keep scratching and clawing. Stubby, knock it off. I'll be right back. Someone cooking something out there. Damn. Just be smelling good. Someone say it's horror bad for mental health. Increased anxiety or panic. I feel like you get that just from normal stimulus. Just from normally going out. Why do people with trauma enjoy horror? I love how they're just exposing all of this on there. I watched all of The Haunting. I watched all of Paranormal Files. I watched all of Ghost Hunters Taps. I watched all of Ghost Adventures. I watched Monster Hunters. Was very fucking hilarious. That show was just a bunch of fucking bullshit. It's so fucking funny too. Everything on Discovery Channel and Sci-Fi, really. I'm gonna become a worry word for a second. Just CASHAPP, check it out. Alright, baby, what you want? What you want, Malibu? What you want? Skywalker Ranch. He said a guilty pleasure. Is it aliens? Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my list. I got Hulu. It's on Prime as well. Oh, aliens! I'm out when it comes to them. How you trigger by aliens a little bit? You don't like the idea of a probe type? Sick. It sounds good to me. It sounds like it'd be fucking goofy as fuck. You said it's Bigfoot alien. Oh god, it's the whole slew. My stomach just keep going, y'all. Malibu, I'll do your reading and then I'm gonna go get something to eat. Radiation in the area. That is so fucking wild. They went the whole nines. Knowing the interdimensional and shit. That would freak you out. Bigfoot and aliens. I think that'd be enjoyable. Like I said, I'll put it on my Prime list. I'm always in for good horror movies, y'all. The host is a real thick southern acid white scientist. He said it's a reality show. Let me see. Because what popped up was a movie. And it showed an alien. That's why I was like, is it about aliens? Skinwalker Ranch TV show. Even better. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. 4 seasons. Does this happen all at the same ranch? Yeah, it happens all at the same ranch. That's what they be saying. Okay, it's 512 acres. Maybe one Bigfoot. Maybe one Bigfoot. Or just one man out there wandering around. Okay, let's see what they say about watching it. It is on Prime. And it is free. Yeah, sleep pattern's been fucked up. Alright, Malibu, what did you ask me? You said, I want to know about my stability, even though these people hit me up. Blah, blah, blah. Stability in general. Yeah, so yeah, it's something funny as fuck. I love shows like that, though. Like, I could watch that shit all day. It's like if Tony talks about a paranormal ranch and he spends his money on a stay and team of random men. Sounds like my type of fucking party. It sounds like Finding Bigfoot. And I fucking love that shit. Cover the truth. Skinwalker Ranch. I know it's gonna be good. Alright, so I mean, stability in general is not actually looking bad at all. I'm gonna say there's a bounce back energy. So, like, you've been bouncing back when it comes to, you know, getting your bucks up, getting your bag up, you're getting your energy back up, getting your health back up. You know, Six of Pentacles is like everything's on the up and up. Okay, it's changing, it's shifting over. Now, it wasn't as fast as you wanted it in the beginning, but now, you know, in some aspects, it could be moving way too fast. Okay, so they're saying like, okay, so you got what you wanted at the end of the day, and then it got, you know, a little bit crazy. It got a little bit crazy. It went way too fast. Okay, so this is a, you know, strength card in the upright, right? Yeah, you know, you gained everything back plus some. That's what they're saying, and that's what you gonna get, right? You gain everything back plus some. You know, snakes in your energy, they be talking about, you know, the ex, they're kind of being a crybaby bitch. Now, whether that, like, comes back up as, like, the direct contact with him or not, I think that's arguable. I don't think you're going to have direct contact with him, but I do think that you're going to have to hear about him a lot more before that situation is situated. Okay? Queen of Wands in the upright. Okay, so you insomnia. Okay, insomnia, but it's not a bad thing. I just think you're giddy. You know what I mean? I think you're giddy. 4 of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah, you're giddy for the future. You're giddy for what's next. Like, you can imagine all these things happening in your head, like back to back to back to back, and you're just giddy for it. You know, you want peace in your life. You want peace. Okay, or they talk about you want a peace or something. But you want peace. You're fed up. You're sick and tired. Not a cook. You know, they talk about poisoning the well, poisoning people's minds. That might be something that he attempts. At the end of the day, is that he tries to tell people, like, you know, oh, well, she's a crazy bitch, and I did this, and I did that, da 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 da, trying to poison people's minds. Okay, little does he know, Knight of Wands, is that, you know, you already caught him red fucking handed. There's no backing up from this claim. There's no backing up from this shit. Nothing. Like, there's nothing he can do. Right? There's nothing he can do. It's all kept track of. It's all marked. Judgment. Yeah, look. And I feel like the Justice card is also coming. Yep, Three of Swords. Okay. I mean, they also said something about looking in the mirror. Look in the mirror and see how you change in a physical way. You know, whether you're happy or not with yourself, there's something about, you know, your body and your physique coming up big time. I think this is like, you know, the sign that you are building your strength back up after your most recent heart problem. Okay, you're building yourself back up. You're making yourself 10 times stronger. You know, there ain't nothing here that I see that's actually bad. That's the crazy part. It's like, you know, all of this looks like it's progressive and moving forward. Now, whether that's too fast for you is kind of what we should talk about. Okay, because I think that you've been on a very slow mission before this, and it can get very, very overwhelming very, very quickly. Okay. Like I would say, you're used to handling the fastballs type shit, you know, dealing with shit on the fly. But I don't know if this is like great for you right now in your mental state. And the Tower says that regardless, that's what's going to happen. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Asking because the short term was telling me that I owe $600, so I was concerned about covering rent. No, to be real with you, I think you're gonna have the money. So you're gonna have the money. Tell them what you're waiting on, because you're gonna have the finances. Eight of Cups, yeah. You're gonna have the finances. You know, emotionally, you might be a little, you know, feeling a little insecure right now. But no, they're saying like you're gonna have the money. You're gonna have the finances. Page of Cups in reverse is like, okay, so you don't know when it's going to spring onto you, when it's going to happen, when it's going to pop up, but it's there. You know, it's going to be there regardless. So whenever you got to pay that fine, however long you can stretch it out, because you're going to have the money. Okay. Yeah, I can catch you getting a little salty from lack of sleep as well. So just be careful of, like, you know, you staying up all night and kind of getting attached to certain things. They be talking about like the dark circles and shit, dark circles under your eyes, or, you know, your skin health. They be talking about you like running away from your problems to other aspects, and that how that can become almost like a consistent addiction for you. It's like running away through other means. Doesn't have to be like literal running. It doesn't have to be like, you know, you necessarily. I just think it's like pushing things off or putting things off. You know, they be talking about how you put things off until the last second. Now, like I said, that doesn't need to happen. Okay, that's a choice. That's a choice. Keep blowing smoke up these people's asses as well when it comes to your finances. I think you kind of let them off easy. Yeah, they say don't let your boss off easy as well. Whatever's happening there, don't let your boss off easy, or whoever be giving your check. Don't let this mail off easy. Side effects to something. Side effects to what? I was running away to the gym. I felt that when I couldn't see. Who works out for 4 hours? Me. I'm gonna be real with you. There is days where I will work out for 3 to 4 hours. Like if I ain't got nothing to do that day, I will work out for 3 to 4 hours. So I'm with you there. Like an endless energy type shit. Bottomless fucking pit of energy. They be talking about tiring yourself out doing other projects, other things. Okay. No, let's see what they talking about. Let me take a look. they want you doing. Okay, so practice body healing, body wellness by low masturbation. That's what they're saying. Low masturbation. Keep yourself ready, sprung. Keep yourself sprung. Yeah, remind yourself that you matter. Okay, so even with the days that you don't feel like working out, you don't feel like getting out of bed, you don't feel like moving. Okay, they're talking about like practice good affirmations with your body. Hey, find a good partner for that. Find yourself something online. Not a person, but something. Boy toy keeps coming. Well, I'm saying it's not that you're not desperate, so don't play that. But play a tune that you like. You can play your own tune. So if you're looking for instability right now, and you are worried, you're gonna bite your nails a little bit, you're fine. I promise you, okay. I don't see any fucking warning signs here that they're telling me about. Other than that situation with the baby daddy, that might just be, it has you on edge. Anticipation is what it is, like sitting on the edge. That's gonna pop up, but like other than that, I really don't see anything negative. I just see the up and up. The up and up. Love yourself. Love your body. Treat your body with kindness. Take lots of breaks. Let's see who. Let's see what's here. Pisces, learn to let go. Learn to let go, because your attachment or obsession with something is what you're dealing with. Attachment to finances. Yeah, because we got earth energy here. Attachment to money and finances. You need to learn to trust. Just trust in the heavens. Trust in spirit. Trust in your own fucking ability. That's what they're saying. Like, just trust yourself for once. Trust yourself. Yeah, you gotta trust yourself. Like I don't know why there's so many doubts within your mind right now. And I know you try to say that it's in your nature, but like if you would just fucking trust yourself for 5 fucking seconds, then you will realize you're not as desperate as you be acting. You think you're slipping up. You feel uncomfortable with slipping up type shit, but like I don't see no slipping. I just see, you having to wait time. Like, wait through time. Like, yeah, because a part of you wants to just keep doubting and be very, very in your head, putting yourself down. I know I have trust issues, but your trust issues shouldn't lie with you. It should lie in people who have, fucked with you, but not, the trust should not be questioned when it comes to yourself. Because if you can't trust yourself to make a fucking decision, then who and what the fuck should you do then? Like, what the fuck are you going to get out of that situation? Absolutely nothing. Your money and your finances, right? These are things that you've worked very, very hard to achieve. You fought, right? You're still fighting tooth and motherfucking nail to get what you deserve. And so all you can do through that process is trust yourself. I've never been patient in learning how to do this. You've never been patient when it comes to like your means, right? Your money, okay? The things that are regulated that you need in order to keep yourself kicking, right, alive. You never been good with that, okay? I think you need to make a list of things that aren't done yet that you want to see. Like you want to see this shit just crumble, you want to see this shit just get done, whatever. Like I want you to write a list of that shit, or if you got like a fucking whiteboard or something to write on, right? And I want you to cross this off for the next couple of days, because there's shit that's going to be happening back to back to back within the next couple of days, and I want you to see on that fucking paper that you have accomplished something, and that you can go places just by sitting on your ass sometimes, okay? Just by working and, you know, doing your normal shit, your normal shit, you can achieve things. You just got way too comfortable with just accepting, I think, like, oh, well, you know, my life sucks. My life sucks, so my life, you know, it's never going to be exactly how I want it, and I put up with it. It is what it is. No, you can do better. You can do much better, and you're going to see that. Like I said, write your shit down. What are you trying to achieve within these next couple of days? And you're going to be crossing this off, one off every day type shit. One off every day. I think once you set goals as well for yourself, it kind of conquers that depressive feelings that you get, that where you want to like stay under the bed sheets all day. It conquers that feeling when you make those goals. I got way too comfortable with being an overachiever or a people pleaser. Yeah, and now that you're not, it's like people are still heavily expectant of that part of you to come out. But you're not, because you're not rearing your head and you're not showing it, it feels like you're alone, and it feels like you have a lot on your shoulders. And you have to, you know, kind of walk the plank in a way, because many people are just not used to this new side of you. And guess what? They don't have to be. They don't have to draw conclusions about what happened or who you are as a person. They don't have to. Like that. That's not their fucking job. Their job is to stay out of your energy and stay out the fucking way. You know. When you minimize yourself and make yourself small, you might think that nobody can see you, but the reality is everyone can see you. You know. You just can't see yourself. You like to pretend. You like to play pretend. You like to play dress up type shit. Where it's like, okay, if I enamor myself with this, and that, if I try to keep myself busy every single fucking day, and you know, try to blur out my itch to wreak havoc and cause trouble and have sex, and you know, there's just normal human things that you kind of neglect, that need to be definitely put out there, whether it's on a fucking piece of paper or on your forehead, whatever you gotta do. Stop neglecting. Start changing that shit. I have a hunch that after this week, you're gonna be I'm not gonna say completely different person, but you're gonna have a completely different energy, a completely different vibe about yourself. The way you see yourself, at least, it's gonna change for the better. Even if you do kind of edge on hypercritical. Yeah. You hear that? Because I've been avoiding it. Yeah, I know this. There's no sense in avoiding it when it is something that it becomes a necessity over time, right? You can act a little bad. You're allowed to have a little bit, you know, of it's not even badness. It's just human traits. It's just human fucking traits. You gotta learn that, like, not everything is serious. Not everything should reek of professionalism. Like, you don't have to be a professional fucking serial dater or a professional, like, you know, sex monger or whatever. Like, you don't gotta be professional everywhere. You can drop the shtick. Yeah, it's an ego for sure. Taurus and all earth signs, we all got that shit. And we all slow ourselves down by airing that shit out. I think that when you put yourself in a box and try to act normal towards you know, what is normal though? That is my question, right? Because when earth signs are trying to act professional, or like pros, or like, you know, that self-centered egotist, right? It attracts the wrong attention. It attracts the wrong people, and you feel like shit towards yourself all the time. Because they're like, this isn't who I am. This really isn't who I am. You know, I can't even be honest about who I want to fuck. Like, this shit is not who I am. And yet, this is what I show everyone, though. That don't make no fucking sense. Like, how did you put boundaries on yourself? Like, how do you put boundaries on knowing yourself and knowing what you want? Why did you set boundaries in your head like that, though? Like like you're crossing off different things. Like, well, I can't have this because da 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 da, making up reasons on why, you can't have sex, why you can't do this, why you can't do that, why you can't, have your own job on the side, and why you can't buy that pair of pants. It's like, occasionally you can do that. Yeah, blind date or a dating website, that might be fun. That might be fun. Try it out. Test it. See where it takes you. At least you come back with a little bit of a story. You get some goofy shit. But it's not going to hurt you. You got to stop acting like it's going to hurt you. Or bruise you. Might bruise that ego a little bit, right? Because some people come out with truths that we need to hear. I think, like, sometimes when we're dealing with strangers, we think, well, I'm the wisest one in this motherfucking situation, or I'm the one with all the fucking advice, and, I'm the one with the brain, so let me just speak my piece type shit. We get egotistical, okay? Earth signs in general, like, I'm a person who does this shit all the time, okay? But once you listen to the other person and hear what they say, sometimes we learn a little bit more about ourselves. Let's be real. I think that it's very, very hard to take criticism directly. And a lot of people try to, like, dance and pussyfoot around our ego, our strong personality, as I like to call it. And I think that does more harm than anything. So when someone's, like, calling you out and shit, Malibu, I want you to just kind of accept it. I'm not saying someone who's calling you a fucking raggedy old bitch or some shit, no. Because you're beautiful. You're not raggedy and old, you're beautiful. Okay. Star-studded beautiful. But I'm saying when someone's calling you out at certain behaviors when it comes to your attitude, simple criticisms and critiques. Maybe someone tries to convince you to soften up a little bit. It does not have to be a dude that you've dealt with before. But somebody who's almost willing to speak their mind on what they want from a person directly versus indirect. Be like, oh, well, I mean, we can fuck and shit, but I don't know about the relationship part. I mean, that shit is, like, get someone who's trying to marry. Get someone who's trying to, like, settle down, simmer down. They be saying, well, I mean, I need me a lady who can cook and do this and do that. I'm going to be real with you. I work 9 to 5. I push myself hard as fuck. There needs to be certain things my lady can do for me and that only I could do for her type shit. That's how. Okay. Classic. It's classic for sure. Dudes will eat your ass, but a relationship is where they draw the line. That's the unfortunate truth, though, right? For some reason, the commitment aspect. Well, I'm gonna say this for females as well. Like, you won't suck a dirty dick, but you're not gonna get in a relationship out of fear, right? You gonna suck a dirty, nasty fucking dick, right? So, like, people are gonna try to set boundaries with you, Malibu, and it's up to you on whether you want to listen to that. I think that a lot of people like to overstep and overthrow once someone sets up a, like, almost like regulation or rules, right? Malibu, that's a part of your Scorpio piece, is that you like to fight the rules, and if you can overstep them in any type of petty way, you'll be looking to do that. And I really want you to listen. I really want you to listen. I know that shit is hard, and I know your patience wears thin. I know your legs start jittering, and you start wanting to jump up, and hold a butter knife up to this nigga's throat. Okay, I know that, right? I know that. I know that. But please, by all means, listen to the criticisms. What you're hearing is like the realness. Like you hearing a nigga speak from his chest. Not from his dick, from his chest. I need me a lady who, cooks, cleans, who, whatever, like, who can provide, but also take care of me, and I can take care of her in different ways as well. A lady who's not afraid to be a support, right? Because, well, at the end of the day, you're not going to give up your professional life or your job unless the nigga is rich on rich on rich on rich. And realistically, that's not going to be right there, right? But when he tells you exactly what he wants and exactly what he needs, don't let the demands define the relationship, okay? There is compromise when y'all actually communicate and talk to each other, okay? There is compromise where y'all could just talk it out, man. Like, well, I mean, can we maybe work with this schedule instead? Can we maybe do this and this and this and this? Like, I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings or your, what you want out of the situation, but maybe we can switch it up a little bit, Maybe let's not be too afraid of change. This is new for me too, type of shit. Rules are meant to be broken. Yeah, that Scorpio in you, Malibu, makes you want to be petty and be a little bit mean to folks. At the end of the day, that also runs true for me as well. Makes me a little bit of a bully. But that bully is also what keeps me in check when it comes to, dealing with certain types. I get that entirely. The independent solo. But that's a story. That's a story, babe. That's a motherfucking story. The end of the independent saga. Single parent and then welcoming somebody in as long as they're able to work with me. I think it'll work. Exactly. It's just the communication piece. Is that, like, it's so hard to imagine a situation where a man is actually in control, right? Because you've dealt with men who are not in control of themselves, of their lives, of their wives, of their dick, of their financial situation. Yeah, get you a communicator that, like, I think you just need someone who's direct, very direct, and it's gonna hurt your motherfucking feelings. I already know that. Taurus and Scorpio, you stubborn motherfucker. It's gonna hurt you. To hear the truth is gonna hurt you. That's what I'm saying. Okay. The truth is gonna break you. It's gonna set you free, but it's also gonna hurt you. First, you might want to slit his throat. Alright. Play nice now. Play nice. Let me go grab something, y'all. I appreciate y'all. It is quite it's early bird. And I want to be on tonight, okay? Like, my plan was tonight. All right. It just, I wanted to check out, feel the vibe, see if the energy was right. And apparently, YouTube ain't putting all those fucking notifications anyway. So, we had a pretty chill moment. I appreciate y'all. And I'll see you later. Like, for real, I'm gonna be on tonight, y'all. Don't play with it. Alright, I'll see y'all. Love y'all. Bye.